Hello everyone, welcome to Earth Archives. Today, we're going to talk about a legendary physicist whose life reads like a science fiction novel. Not only did he achieve brilliant academic success, but he also dared to challenge the big names in the physics world and defy established rules. He is Lev Davidovich Landau. How did this unexpected scientific genius break through numerous obstacles, rising from an ordinary academic youth to the pinnacle of world physics? Today, let's dive deep into the life of this maverick physicist and see how he used his brilliant mind to rewrite the history of physics. The genius's early beginnings, self-taught at 13, a physics superstar by 18. Lev Landau's story shines like a star, showcasing an extraordinary potential from a young age. At just 13, Landau was unlike his peers. He had already begun self-studying high school courses and, in a remarkably short period, was mastering most of the material that would typically take high school students years to grasp. Imagine a 13-year-old with such exceptional learning abilities that everyone around him was in awe. This natural talent and perseverance made Landau's name stand out early in both the scientific and academic worlds. But this was only the beginning. Landau's pace of learning didn't stop with standard school curricula. His progress was nothing short of astonishing. In just 2 years, he completed the studies that most people would take 12 years to finish. This wasn't just due to his intelligence. It was his insatiable thirst for knowledge and an endless pursuit of learning. Such a work ethic and efficiency laid a solid academic foundation for him at an impressively young age, paving the way for later scientific breakthroughs. However, Landau's story wasn't merely about exceptional academic performance. His ideas and insights were even more remarkable. By the age of 18, while most of his peers were still focused on preparing for entrance exams in university, Landau had already proposed groundbreaking theories in the field of physics. The theories he introduced at that time not only reshaped the understanding of many scientists, but also provided new directions for future research. To make such profound contributions to science at such a young age demonstrated his extraordinary talent and remarkable intuition. Academic talent and personality conflict, the courage to challenge Einstein. Landau's talent was proven early on, and perhaps the most talked about moment was when he challenged Einstein. Imagine this. At the time, Einstein was undoubtedly a giant in the world of physics, almost synonymous with science itself. Every one of his theories, every deduction he made, was revered and followed by countless scientists. Yet, Landau was not afraid of this academic deity. He directly challenged him. It was an ordinary academic lecture where Einstein was explaining his latest physical theory to an audience, carefully working through the derivations on the blackboard. The audience was in awe of Einstein's deep knowledge and academic charisma. At that moment, a young Landau, in his 20s, suddenly stood up and, without hesitation, pointed out an error in Einstein's derivation. This action undoubtedly shocked everyone in the room, as no one expected this young scientist to openly question Einstein. What was even more surprising was that Einstein did not become angry or refute the claim. Instead, he calmly listened to Landau's perspective. In just a few minutes, Einstein acknowledged Landau's point and, to the astonishment of everyone, publicly declared, "Forget what I just derived. What this gentleman just said is correct." This moment was undoubtedly historic, as Einstein had rarely, if ever, been so directly challenged in the entire history of science. Such an event was a shocking and impactful experience for both the scientists present at the time and the scholars who learned about it later. Einstein's humility and Landau's courage unquestionably demonstrated the highest ideals of the scientific community. The pursuit of truth is always above everything else. Although Einstein's status was unmatched, Landau bravely pointed out the issue and earned respect through his challenge. This not only proved Landau's extraordinary intelligence, but also showcased his exceptional courage and unwavering conviction in academia. Academic breakthroughs and an unconventional career. Landau's academic achievements were far more than just the moment he dared to challenge Einstein. His scientific vision consistently surpassed that of most of his peers, and he made countless significant contributions across various fields. Whether in theoretical physics, quantum mechanics, or thermodynamics, Landau's research greatly advanced the development of science. However, Landau's academic journey was far from smooth. In fact, his career was filled with contradictions and setbacks, which also shaped his unyielding character. Landau was not only a highly talented physicist, but also a scholar who firmly adhered to his own principles. He was unwilling to compromise with anyone and never held back when pointing out what he considered to be erroneous viewpoints. Whether it was academic leaders or authoritative scholars, when he found that certain perspectives did not align with the truth, he wasted no time in calling out the problem. His unwavering commitment to truth and his willingness to speak out earned him great respect in the academic community. However, this persistence, even to the point of being confrontational, often led to conflicts with academic leaders and resulted in him frequently changing positions at different universities. For Landau, the truth in academia was far more important than personal relationships. He was uncompromising when it came to incorrect ideas, which often put his interpersonal relationships under strain. While his character made him a prominent figure in some academic circles, it also led to significant challenges in his professional career. His numerous resignations and academic disagreements created a career full of twists and turns. Despite these challenges, he remained steadfast in his beliefs, and with each confrontation with authority, his academic influence grew stronger. It wasn't until he encountered Kapitsa, a towering figure in the field of physics, that Landau's academic career entered a new phase. Kapitsa's support provided Landau with invaluable assistance, and their collaboration took his research to greater heights. This partnership not only led to broader academic recognition for Landau, but also allowed his research to be disseminated more widely within the international academic community. Kapitsa's understanding and support marked a major breakthrough in Landau's academic career, and the theories they jointly developed had a profound impact on the world of physics. The shadow of Soviet politics and the persistence of the scientist spirit. Landau's life was not limited to the academic stage. It was closely intertwined with political struggles. As a Soviet scholar, his talent and courage repeatedly placed him at the center of political storms. Living in a time of extreme turbulence, Landau faced not only challenges from the academic world, but also persecution from the regime. His conflicts with Soviet leaders made him a frequent victim of political struggles. One of the most dramatic moments in his life was when he was innocently imprisoned. This difficult period was undoubtedly a profound test of Landau's willpower. During his time in prison, Landau's thoughts and beliefs did not yield. Even in the darkness of his imprisonment, he maintained his passion for science and his pursuit of truth. While this experience was deeply painful, it also made him mentally stronger and more certain of his mission as a scientist. After being imprisoned for a year, Landau was eventually released, and this challenging experience made him more fearless in his pursuit of science, further solidifying his unyielding belief in his work. Upon his release, Landau did not choose to dwell on the shadows of the past, but instead returned to scientific research with a renewed, more determined attitude. In fact, the perseverance and resolve he demonstrated after his suffering led to one of the greatest moments of his academic career. He developed what is considered one of the greatest theories of his life, the theory of superfluidity. This theory not only advanced the frontier of physics, but also laid the foundation for future scientific development. Landau's theory of superfluidity significantly deepened our understanding of matter, energy, and fluid dynamics, and its impact on modern physics is undeniable. The car accident and miracle, from severe injury to Nobel Prize. Destiny seemed to be full of challenges, and for the great figure of physics, Lev Landau, this was especially true. In 1962, Landau's life experienced an unbearable blow, a severe car accident that became the greatest test of his life. The accident left him not only badly injured and unconscious, but also with 11 broken vertebrae in his spine. The doctors were extremely concerned about his condition, and whether he would survive was a major question mark. However, Landau's story did not end there. At that time, his colleagues in the scientific community did not give up on him. They extended a helping hand, providing him with the most advanced and high-quality medical resources. Their support and care undoubtedly gave Landau a glimmer of hope. After a long period of treatment and recovery, he miraculously woke up from the coma. However, this did not mean that everything had returned to normal. Although his life had been spared, the accident left him unable to continue his scientific work, meaning he could no longer explore and innovate in physics as he once had. This was undoubtedly a tremendous blow to a physicist who had once stood at the pinnacle of the scientific world. Yet, fate once again brought a glimmer of light to Landau. The Nobel Prize committee made an unprecedented decision that changed Landau's destiny. Despite his inability to attend the award ceremony in person due to his health, the Nobel Prize committee still awarded him the Nobel Prize in Physics that year. This decision was unprecedented in the history of the Nobel Prize and remains the only instance. A special messenger was sent to Landau's doorstep to deliver the award to him. The significance of this moment transcended all material honors. It was a recognition of Landau's lifetime of academic achievements. The life of Landau, an unyielding scientist. In 1968, the great physicist Lev Landau passed away at the age of 60. His life was filled with countless challenges and difficulties, but it was precisely these challenges that allowed him to achieve immortal records in the field of physics. Landau was not only a genius, but also a brave warrior, always maintaining a passion and pursuit for science. From an early age, he displayed extraordinary talent, and as a young man, he dared to challenge Einstein's authority. He faced political struggles and physical injury throughout his life, constantly fighting against adversity. However, these difficulties did not make him surrender. Instead, they strengthened his pursuit of truth. Whether facing physical pain or academic pressure, Landau never gave up. His persistence, courage, and fearless spirit were key reasons behind his remarkable achievements. Looking back on Landau's life, one can't help but feel deeply moved. This maverick of physics not only achieved great academic success, but also, through his life story, defined what true courage, resilience, and struggle mean. Though he has left this world, the academic legacy he left behind continues to have a profound impact on the development of modern physics. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to explore more heroes of science history with us.